and welcome to a new kind of video I'm making. Today I'm going to be making a reaction video. Now majority of these, like my strange addiction videos, a lot of YouTubers reacted to a lot of them. So there's only like a couple that, cause I rummaged through the internet. There's only a couple I haven't seen people react to. So here's a pretty basic one: obsessed with raw chicken, addicted to raw meat. So, yeah, let's get into it. Sorry, by the way, I have chips, so if you hear the chips in the background, my bad.
A freaky eater is someone who takes an eating habit to the extreme.
Daniel is obsessed with raw meat.
It goes down real smooth, you know?
He loves the taste and texture.
How do you like the taste? It's raw meat. It's better cooked. Why?
And completely disregards the risks.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I just really...
No, okay. No. 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 What doesn't kill you can ruin your entire life. May not kill you, but it'll ruin your entire life for ever. So, like, a very severe spinal cord injury that paralyzes you from the waist down. That doesn't kill you, but you're like a million times weaker. I've never liked that saying.
I don't want my brother to end up dying from that one bad piece of meat.
With 1 week of intense therapy, can specialists Mike Dow and JJ Virgin help Daniel let go of his dangerous obsession
What he is doing has real consequences.
before it's too late?
Your first sign could be death, and it's not a nice death.
Okay, so already, dude seems like a normal guy. Except when he goes out on a date, he's gonna order, right? Well, she's gonna order, and then he's gonna order, and he's like, "Can I get the buffalo wings?" And they're like, "Sure, yeah." And he's like, "Raw." Yeah. How's that gonna go for you, bub?
29-year-old Daniel has a typical, varied diet, except for one freaky habit. Daniel has been obsessed with raw meat for the past 6 years. He feeds his habit 4 times a week in pound after pound of raw beef, eating whole steaks pulled right from the packaging. Even raw chicken.
I'm sorry. 6 years eating raw chicken, and you're still alive? Nah, this man built different.
It isn't really normal for people to have the eating habits that Daniel does.
I think we get that at this point.
Every year, 76 million people contract foodborne illnesses. Of these people, 375,000 are hospitalized, and approximately 5,000 die.
I'm really concerned that Daniel doesn't care that one day this could lead to death.
In fact, Daniel scoffs at the thought of getting sick.
It's absolutely worth it to eat raw meat, even though there's consequences. Consequences are minor. I like to pull it. I like to see the muscles. There's no real reason behind it besides I like the taste and texture. It's like butter.
Daniel's love of raw food started when he was a child.
When we were kids, Daniel would always eat raw biscuit dough and pancake batter.
It was one of many things that set Daniel apart in a strict military household.
Well,
Wait. So he would just eat raw crap from the beginning, like just in general, not even just like raw meat, just like raw things. Yeah, okay. So there is definitely a reason behind it, Daniel. Maybe you should pay for more in-depth therapy.
Daniel has always just been a little bit different, particularly when it came to writing poems, stories, fiction.
Sorry, what does this have to do with him eating raw meat? My man just said he's always been different from everyone else. He writing poems.
My father is always pushing me, wanting better, and kind of stressing accomplishments and goals and discipline. And I feel like I'm kind of unique and different from other people.
While
So, because this man eats raw meat, he's just a special little one. Is that it? Like, I get it. We're supposed to be talking about his raw meat thing. I get it. We're doing like a background, whatever. But bro, like,
Daniel's brother followed in their father's footsteps by joining the military. Daniel chose to pursue a degree in liberal arts instead, a decision not embraced by his family.
My family didn't really support me in writing poetry. They just never really cared much, I guess.
Once he left the strict confines of his parents' house, Daniel began experimenting with more raw foods.
It was just a relaxing moment. One of those quiet things where you do it on your own and you're like, wow, this was nice.
So, because he has different interests than his family, for whatever reason, raw food, he just said he finds comfort in it, if I heard that right. So if he finds comfort in it, I think it helps him separate. I think it helps him take away the thought of my family doesn't love me, something like that. Relaxes him in the idea or something.
Soon, Daniel was indulging his raw meat cravings several times a week, but he only shared his secret with his brother.
I thought it was just something he was trying out, but then it started progressing to 3 or 4 times a week. And that's when I really started to get concerned.
After graduation, Daniel took a job as a government analyst and finally gained some respect from his family.
I was dying a little every day.
Depressed, Daniel eventually quit his job to pursue writing full-time.
I want to make some kind of a difference in the world, you know? That's why I like the whole creative angle. You can usually help people by doing what you're best at, I think.
Daniel now spends his time doing what he loves most, writing, working out, and searching for inexpensive ways to feed his obsession.
This dude is the real Liver King. You know the Liver King? The guy who claimed that he ate raw meat and it helped him out so much. This dude is the actual Liver King, eating raw meat and working out. My man. Oh, there's a chip. Hold on, wait. There it is. My man. Yeah. You go, man. Friggin' Daniel.
I like bargains, and I always look for the cheapest cut.
I don't think he does any type of preparation to it, washing it whatsoever.
Do you not understand the idea of raw meat? Just throwing it out there. It's raw. You don't do anything to it. You just rip it out the package and eat it. It's not a hard concept. Not a hard concept.
Horrified by the risks Daniel is taking, his brother Bryant has begged him to give up raw meat.
Daniel disregards any health advice he gets regarding the raw meat that he consumes.
Some products may contain bacteria that could cause illness if the product is cooked improperly, or whatever. I mean, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I have never gotten sick from eating raw meat, ever. I've been doing it for 6 years now.
I just really don't want my brother to end up dying from that one bad piece of meat. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
With nowhere else to turn, Bryant has asked freaky eater specialist J.J. Virgin and Dr. Mike Dow to intervene.
Epic. Cool person walking, nearly closed-eyed, cool moment. Yeah.
I'm JJ Virgin, and I'm a board-certified nutrition specialist.
My name is Dr. Mike Dow. I'm a licensed psychotherapist specializing in eating disorders and addictive behaviors.
Bryant has asked them to meet him at Daniel's gym in the hopes that a surprise intervention will inspire Daniel to change.
So tell us a little bit about why you're here.
I'm kind of concerned about my brother's eating habits. He likes to consume massive quantities of raw meat.
Is he aware of the health consequences of eating raw meat?
He's been told a lot. I just think he doesn't care.
Daniel's raw meat eating habit is incredibly dangerous. The parasites, the bacteria, sooner or later, if you eat raw meat, you're gonna get sick.
One of the things I'm also concerned about is that, he doesn't have a stable job, so he's buying whatever meat he can get, basically, so it might not be the highest quality, so.
You could eat carpaccio, you could eat steak tartare if you're choosing very high quality meats prepared by professional chefs. But Daniel is going and buying the manager's special, the cheapest, oldest meat.
Why don't we go meet him?
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna go talk to Daniel. We're gonna confront him about his behaviors. We're gonna figure out if he is willing to accept our help.
Daniel has a disturbing obsession with raw meat that he indulges several times a week.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
His brother
I said that like 3 times now. It's not true. Get your head out your butthole. Think of something else to say.
Bryant is hoping that a week of intense therapy with psychotherapist Dr. Dow and nutritionist JJ Virgin will convince Daniel to change.
Daniel, hi there.
What's up?
I'm Dr. Mike Dow.
Like that.
Nice to-
Why are they coming to him at the gym? Is this like a surprise intervention? Seems like it's all planned out. Why at the gym?
meet you.
JJ Virgin, good to meet you.
Pleasure. I'm just going through my routine, doing my usual thing, and now here comes my brother with these like doctors, and just totally took me by surprise.
Okay, so what surprise?
Dude, what's going on?
The reason these people are here is because I called them about how you like to eat raw meat. I don't know if you really know how much this can affect your health, so they want to help you.
Oh, okay, but I don't think I need help.
I really do hope that they can just strike some chord with Daniel, but I know it's going to be hard.
So I'm hearing that you're not convinced at all that this could be dangerous to you.
That's absolutely right.
You're making a joke of all of this that could kill you. What's up with that?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. Driving's more dangerous, I think.
Well, things are a decision. You wouldn't drive on the wrong side of the street.
No.
And I hear a lot of these rationalizations, and all the rationalizations are geared towards you continuing to eat raw meat.
That is correct. Absolutely.
So it sounds like what you need is some information.
Would you be willing to come with us so we can show you a few things and possibly change your mind?
All right, but you got a big...
Sorry, my cursor has been on this. I didn't realize that. It's been on the settings. Set it right there. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. All right.
chore ahead of you, I'll just say that. I feel like they're talking down to me. It felt like a fight with me against 3 people. They were attacking me, not just my eating habits.
Thank you.
Since Daniel refuses to acknowledge the risks of eating raw meat, Dr. Dow and JJ want to introduce him to someone who can show him the danger he is facing.
My name is Dr. Mike Carragher. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician. Raw beef is covered with microscopic organisms, viruses, as well as parasites.
Okay.
They're not visible to the human eye, but nonetheless, they're there.
Right.
Your first sign of eating a parasite or a virus or a bacteria could be death, and it's not a nice death.
I haven't died yet.
She tried to convince him, like, it's not a nice death. The fact that he's still eating raw meat, knowing what's in it, it should be a clear sign that he does not care.
If we showed you evidence, would that help you to make some changes in your life?
I don't know. I really like it, and I really don't want to change.
I see this cavalier attitude, this defensiveness. Daniel needs to put down his denial and accept that what he is doing has real consequences.
To determine exactly what these consequences entail, Dr. Carragher wants to run some tests on one of Daniel's favorite foods.
This is some ground chopped meat, which we got from your refrigerator.
The test tab will reveal if E. coli is present in the ground beef.
E. coli is incredibly dangerous. It starts with stomach cramps, diarrhea, headaches, fever, bloody stools, but then it can quickly progress to organ failure and death.
While Daniel hasn't experienced the onset of these side effects yet, it doesn't mean they aren't in his future.
We look.
I think his body is used to it. I don't know. He's been going at it for 6. Let's try. Let me get a little closer. He's been going at it for 6 years. I think his body's used to it at this point. If he's been eating raw meat for 6 years, and raw stuff in general, pretty much his entire life, I honestly think he's invincible at this point. I don't know about you, sciencey peoples, but yeah, I think he's somewhat fine. Not really.
Look at the tip of the test strips. If there's any discoloration at all, it means there's a positive test.
All right.
So, looks like our E. coli here has changed in color. So that's positive E. coli on the ground beef from your refrigerator, living on your chop meat.
Absolutely disgusting, and this man has just realized that he is about to die.
The E. coli test they did came up positive, but I don't think it's a real biggie because I think my body's naturally made to fight this type of thing. Is there such a thing as the body building up immunity?
No. Actually,
Now, intelligent scientist versus Google. There are some ways to reduce this rigor in raw meat. But to avoid risk altogether, it's important to cook meals to... Okay, that's not what we want. Okay. Alright. So, long story short, Google wins. Yay!
Actually, you're putting yourself at higher risk for disease the more raw meat that you eat. The easiest way to prevent oneself from being infected with these bacteria is cooking the meat adequately.
One of the
Wow, really? I didn't know that. Wow, that's such an interesting fact.
things that's going to make this more real for you is to see what's really going on inside your body.
We're gonna take a stool sample, send it off to the lab, and see exactly just what's going on inside your gastrointestinal tract.
It's very likely that Daniel could have a parasite and not even know it.
But he's been going at it for 6 years. 6 years!
A day after he first met with freaky eater specialists, Daniel is still refusing to acknowledge the risks associated with eating raw meat.
I haven't died yet.
So Dr. Dow wants to speak with him one-on-one to see if he can uncover why Daniel adopted his habit in the first place, starting with his family.
Tell me about your dad.
He's authoritative. He's a military man, just like my grandpa was also a military man.
It sounds like you took a very different path than the rest of the men in your family.
That's true.
How was that for you growing up, or when you realized that you did not want to go on that path?
I feel like I haven't fulfilled expectations yet. I still feel kind of disappointed.
Daniel, you talk about yourself with this lens of, I'm not good enough.
Yeah, that's right.
It sounds like you really have this need of wanting to figure out who you are, and you want to actually live the life that is Daniel, not anybody else.
Yeah.
What did you need from your dad that you didn't get?
More support for self-exploration, I would say. More support of the arts. Maybe I have some issues about validation from my dad and kind of meeting expectations in life.
Tell me what being a man means to you in your life, Daniel.
It means being proud of what I'm doing and making a difference.
If you had all those things in your life, what do you think might happen to eating raw meat?
I wouldn't think about it as much anymore.
What did I say earlier? Sorry, that was a little loud. Sorry, guys. What did I say earlier? Oh, granted, I didn't say clearly, but I meant it, right? Okay, but yeah, like yeah, what they're saying. I can't string words together. Cut me some slack, you guys. This is my first reaction video. Sorry, the support threads on my mic are off.
That was the first time where I realized that eating raw meat, it was about more than just food. He kind of opened that up to me.
Thank you for being so honest with me today.
Well, thanks for asking good questions.
My pleasure. Daniel's raw meat eating is about him not feeling good enough. He doesn't feel very supported in his family. The more we can find things to add to his life where he can get these emotional needs met, the less he will feel the compulsion to engage in these risky behaviors.
Daniel may have a better understanding of why he's been eating raw meat, but he is still skeptical as to why he should give it up. JJ hopes the results of his lab tests will change his mind.
You ready?
Yes. I have no idea what's going on, but in the back of my mind, I'm kind of digging in for another fight.
You do have a parasite.
Just the word parasites is kind of strong, you know, and it stood out there.
We're not sure whether it is something that's, attaching into your small intestinal wall and actually causing problems. Daniel needs to take these tests and go back.
He's so terrified. He's like, really? I had no idea eating raw meat was gonna get me sick.
Can see his doctor. He needs to deal with this parasite. We watch for side effects here. We watch for any kind of diarrhea, nausea.
Wait. What else is on the paper? I want to see that paper.
Cutting.
Okay. So vegetable fibers. Okay. Absorption. Is that yeah, I don't know what any of this is.
Protein that hasn't digested sitting in your gut. Now, if you tell me that I'm just going to keep eating raw meat, I'm going to tell you, you'll probably start gaining fat more and more because that's a definite thing that it does.
I know it makes me seem shallow, but that is an important part of the argument about the fat and all that.
What do you want to look like?
I want to be a god on earth.
It would never work if we didn't fix this.
Okay.
This dude did not just say, I want to be a god on earth. Bruh. You're the average Joe of a bodybuilder.
The turning point came when JJ told me how eliminating this could improve my life physically.
So that means that the raw meat's going.
Yep. Please.
Yes, let's do it.
Yay!
It just shows you what a big deal vanity is. I sat there and showed Daniel how his raw meat diet could kill him, and he really didn't care. But when I tied it to how he could get a six-pack, boom, he's all in.
Determined to take control of his own life and forget the expectations of his family, Daniel has agreed to give up his dangerous raw meat habit.
There's a very simple fix to Daniel's problem. He just needs to cook his food.
So the first morning, he prepares himself a cooked
I've
breakfast.
set my mind now to eating healthy and cooking my food and doing things right. It's hard to kick a habit.
He's also adopted a new fitness regime to get the adrenaline rush that he used to get from raw meat.
I feel healthy.
After 3 full days without raw meat, Daniel is already noticing a physical difference.
Nice.
What's making me stay strong is looking in the mirror at my stomach and watching it get flatter. I'm gonna hang in there. I'm not thinking about going back to eating raw meat because I've got my eyes on the prize.
Okay, we don't really need to watch any more of this because this is just gonna go over. Oh, Daniel's so healthy. Daniel's doing great. Yeah, that's nice. All right, my opinion on all of this. Man, it's crazy. Why do I feel like this was kind of maybe sort of staged? I don't know. The fact that he was willing to, he looked very willing to eat that raw meat though. Maybe it was just gummies. Was it just gummies? Is this all a lie? I choked on my spit. Alright, this was a great video. My first reaction video, I feel like it didn't do that great, to be honest. Yeah. Thank you for watching if you made it to this portion of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And please join the Discord server. It's dead. It's dying. It's been dying. It's been dead. I'm crying. Please join the Discord server. It's in the link in my homepage. And follow my Instagram too, because I'll start posting there once I reach 20 followers. Yeah. When I hit 20 followers, I'll start posting. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.